One thing that's not talked about with malevolent entities is they can put you in a state of toxic obsession to feed on you. Okay? We've already talked about anxiety and depression, how they can feed on those things. They can put your mind in a state of toxic obsession. For example, there was a particular person who was married, and I knew the husband, and she had a spirit attachment to her that where she became obsessed with another man. She cheated on him, and she could not explain this desire. I know people cheat on people all the time, and people get obsessed with people all the time, but this was different. This was different because she was perfectly happy before, and then suddenly she's obsessed with this man. She cheats with this man. This man wants nothing else to do with her. She gets obsessed with him. She wants to ruin him, and at the same time have him. And there was other things too outside of that that was going on. Um, she was mean to mean to her kids. She was saying things not in English. She was growling and all kinds of other things. So this is more than simply a case of cheating, right? So it was devolving her into something uh, that's very much a part of a human, which is lust. Uh, and that was the gateway in to her, and eventually, it got as about as bad as it gets. It was a non-human malevolent entity that was the last video I talked about how spirits can jump you. Well, she was being jumped. There was lost chunks of time where she had spent time with this man, and she doesn't remember half of it. Sometimes not any of it. There was chunks of time she was missing where she was verbally abusive to her family, and chunks of time where she went places that she doesn't remember. So she was in the stages of being like fully used and used and abused by a malevolent entity. So naturally we had to get rid of it. And once we did, everything cleared up. The couple reconciled. She felt horrible, of course, because she cheated on her husband. She was mean to her kids. She was mean to him. But they did reconcile, and they are happy today. Um, so yeah, there's more than one way that a malevolent entity can get to you. Sometimes they can get to us through our impulses. They can get to us through our those inner thoughts that we dare not speak. So guard your mind because that's the first thing that's going to go is your mind. And time and time again, well, not like I said before, if they can't get to you, they'll get to somebody that you care about. I've said that before, so that's just something you want to consider. Or if you're a narcissist who doesn't really care about anybody about yourself, they'll give you delusions of grandeur about yourself and turn you from a narcissist into a worse narcissist who was even worse than ever before. They amplify negativity so they can feed on the negativity. That's what I'm trying to say.